Hi everybody, just a couple of quick updates. First off, I should write all this stuff down. Of course, I have a brush to remind myself. The most important thing I had on my mind was that tomorrow I'm going to be doing the mice and mystics. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put off the build till next Thursday. The reason being, it's going to coincide with the Dice Tower. So I'm going to simulcast on my channel and the Dice Tower the same way I did with the Rebellion. And Rebellion will be this Thursday, so we're going to finish that up. I'm just so happy that I actually have some freedom to actually get this done, since I'm done painting everything I needed to paint for people and stuff like that. So I'm finally being able to do my own projects and building the 3D boards. I know a lot of people were looking forward to it, so if you see the date changed, you're going to understand. But tomorrow's only going to be like a little half-hour thing to go over the first couple of boards, because it's probably going to take a couple of weeks. So this gives you the opportunity to go pick up the things that I'm going to tell you that you're probably going to need. So we'll go over some of that, and I'll show you exactly what I have planned and so forth and so on. So it'll be a lot of fun. This Thursday there'll be Rebellion, of course. That we're going to have all taken care of and ready to go. Boy, there was something. Oh, and I have a big announcement, by the way. So I've been debating it, questioning it, wondering. Finally, I had gotten a call from Tom, and he asked if I wanted to go to GenCon. And I said, yeah. He goes, well, we would love to have you come help us out. And I said, sure, I'd be more than happy to come help you out. So this year I am going to be going to Gen Con and working with the Dice Tower. So if any of you are going, and I'd be very, very happy to meet and talk to some of you, and all of you, as a matter of fact. I'm very blessed. I get letters all the time, and some of them are just wonderful. And I felt bad I missed one today. But I just want you to know how much it means to me. When I was a lot younger, I don't know if I've told this story, but I'm going to tell you a bit of a story. And I really try to meet everybody and talk to everybody and write everybody back. And if I have ever missed writing you, I'm sorry. I do get a lot of email, but just remind me, hey, you didn't answer this question, and then I'll get to you, because I do answer every single email. And somebody said I missed one, and I'm pretty sure I don't miss emails, but I'll answer it. And the reason I do that is when I was a lot younger, I had a reading deficit, and I still had to this day. I have a problem pronouncing things, as you know. I butcher things to no problem, but I mean, I couldn't read or write or anything, and I was a lot older, but I went through a pretty bad school system at the time, and they just couldn't recognize what the problem was, and it basically was I wasn't interested. My mind was someplace else. But I had gotten a comic book, and I'll never forget, my dad had brought home a big box of comic books that he was cleaning something out. He used to be a cop, and sometimes he'd just run into things and bring it home. And I saw comic books, and from that point on, I spent my whole life just loving comic books, because I wanted to be like these heroes and just be honorable and all these other things. But this one comic book comes to mind. The first comic book I ever read was Thor 222, and excuse me, and I started collecting from there. And I would read the Fantastic Four all the time and just loved them and so forth and so on. But it wasn't until '77 where I found my favorite hero, and it was a man called Nova. And a lot of you guys know Nova from the Nova Corp, but Marv Wolfman had written it. And I remember just loving that book, and of course they canceled it because it, wasn't a great book. But it was still my hero, and it was very personal to me. So fast forward 30 years, he decides, 40 years. 40 years later, 30 years, whatever it was, pretty much 40 years. God, I've been around a while. And he was coming to, matter of fact, it was MegaCon, which is coming up very soon. And I still had my copy of Nova #1, and I wanted him to sign it and tell him the story about this book and how it helped me and just really propelled my life and just made me pretty much everything that I am. And I get there, I get finally in front of this guy that wrote this book, and I start to tell my story. He goes, well, yeah, I've made it for kids, and kind of just blew me off. And I wasn't mad that he blew me off, but it hurt because I had a story to tell. And one thing I notice, and I'll never do, is a lot of you tell me your stories, and I take it very personal because I remember, that wasn't the only time that I was blown off by somebody that meant something to me. When you get blown off, it sticks with you. And I always think that, and I always try to stay humble and good and I've always been a caring person. So, when I get all those letters, when I get all those things, and I answer you guys in your comments, and I try to answer every comment as much as I can, those things mean so much to me and very personal. And for you to share yourself, I think it's important to hear back from me and to share myself with you. So I don't even know how I got on that subject, but I did. But I just wanted you guys to know that everything that you guys do is wonderful, and I guess it stemmed off the going to GenCon. So, don't be afraid. I may be working or something with Tom and stuff like that, but come up and tell me who you are. Share your stories with me. Talk to me. Don't be afraid or think that I'm too busy. I always want to take time, and it's such a big venue, and I'm really looking forward to meeting you guys from the Dice Tower, as well as you guys that come to my humble site. So I'm really looking forward to it, and it means a lot. And we're going to be working on the Mice and Mystic thing, like I said, tomorrow. I may just push the whole thing on. I don't know, but I do want to get you guys that materials. So I'm going to think about it tonight, and I'll make a decision in the morning. Also, I've got to watch my timing with everything because I am training extensively hard. The 21st is the powerlifting championships, and right now I'm way ahead of schedule, and I've got to stay focused, and I've got to stay on my A game, because I'm telling you right now, there's no way I'm going to lose. Not when I've already just told you guys that I'm not going to lose. I refuse to lose. And that's the way you have to be in life. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in others and put faith in yourself, because you can do anything if you put your mind to it, whether it's painting, powerlifting, your jobs, your lives, your children. Remember, it's a lot easier to build a child than it is to fix a child. And, if you put everything you got into everything that you do in life, that you'll never have to fix it. And that is the most important thing that you can ever do. So, GenCon, Mice and Mystics, a lot of videos coming up this week, a lot of stuff going on, painting, my stuff finally. And Tina should be getting her Dungeon Saga this week. Yeah, Dungeon Saga. And get ready for her making her first video in a long time. I'm excited about that. And we just got a lot of things going on. We're going to be doing a lot of live playthroughs. We're going to just be having fun and enjoying ourselves each and every day and each other. And with that, thanks for being such a big part of my life and a big part of this channel. And I'll see you guys soon.